So Newbie Women Wheelers, we know that you do a lot of different events throughout the year. You teach women obviously to come out and learn and see what the capabilities are of their Jeeps and stuff. And, so tell us a little bit about Newbie Women Wheelers, some of the events that you put on. How often do you do them? How big are the groups that usually come through? Kind of fill us in a little bit on that.
Sure. I do a few different types of classes, and I do roughly 8 to 10 a year. I do a basic skills, and it just gives them, terminology, show them all the buttons on their Jeep, what all the components are that are important that they need to know starting out. Nothing that's going to overwhelm them so they don't remember. Techniques in driving. I talk about approach angles and all that kind of stuff. So we do all of that. We do in the basic skills, we'll talk about recovery equipment. I show them what it looks like. We don't really do a lot with that because I also then offer a basic recovery course where they get their hands on the winch, and we do just some straight line winching and maybe do some shackles and that kind of thing, but nothing like crazy. It's all just basic knowledge of safety, where the kill zone is, how to operate everything, what to look for, how to take care of everything. And then I do weekends where we do both. One day is basic, and then we do the recovery portion the following day. And I'm actually working with our local ORV park, Kansas Rocks, that has given me a permanent home to do my classes, which is amazing that they've done that.
That's awesome.
We have been looking for, and actually just found it, we're actually using an old truck that has a roll cage on it. And we're going to do classes at Kansas Rocks is going to be doing classes, and I'm going to be a part of that, where we actually roll the vehicle over and do situational recoveries for more advanced situations. But it'll be for anybody to attend, because even if you're brand new, it's good to see how hectic that can get and all the different things as far as safety. It's not just grabbing a line, putting it on, pressing a button. There's different angles to consider and rolling and all the safety. So I'm really excited that we're going to start doing those at Kansas Rocks now too.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So if anyone who's watching this, once again, you can sign up to be an E3 member. Go to e3offroad.com/NWW, stands for Newbie Women Wheelers. And you can use the promo code E3TEAMVIP to take advantage, get 25% off any membership. And within the member platform, not only do you get access to magazines and discounts and tools and articles and about 200 courses and lessons to be a better off-roader and overlander, but you can also get access to an event calendar, and you can see all the different events and activities that Wendi is going to be putting on this year. So if you are in the Kansas area or surrounding areas and you want to go check out some of her events and learn from her, then you can easily do that by signing up to be an E3 Off-Road member, going to the platform, looking at the event calendar, and you can do meet and greets. You can go hang out with her at events. You can sign up for her events and do some really, really cool stuff with her and just be empowered, be educated, and be entertained, the 3 pillars of E3, and just gain some really, really good knowledge from Wendi, because she's been through it all, she's learned it all, and you're not really going to get a better source of education and empowerment than from somebody like Wendi.
Thank you. And
so what's next? What are, when it comes to your Jeep, your rig, any big plans for it that you're looking to do?
Well, it's actually currently in getting all the JL corrosion stuff taken care of. So I made it just in time, because April is my 5-year mark.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's good. It's going to be finished tomorrow. I'm excited.
Nice. Now, do you still lease it, or are you going to be buying it right out?
No, I bought it. When the 3-year lease was up, I bought it. I said, no. And that was funny when I first leased it and I started building it, and I'd bring it in for regular service. The guys' eyes in the service center would get really big, and they'd go, this is a lease, right? I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'm going to buy it. It's okay. They're like, okay, because you just cut that off.
Yeah. Like you, I come from, the car industry, and
Mhm.
I've built a lot of custom cars in my time, and I had a lifted Silverado, and but custom vehicles and cars, and I
Mhm.
even had some lowriders back in the day. And I've hung out with people where they've gone and they've bought a brand new vehicle right off the showroom floor, brought it home, and basically killed the warranty like that, within
Right.
like an hour. And they're just like, don't even care. It was just you
Yeah.
build it to enjoy it, because our
Mhm.
vehicles, they're an extension of who we are, our personality. And
Mhm.
don't think I could ever leave a vehicle stock. I got to always do something to my vehicles to personalize them and make them part of me. And I think it's great when someone does that, whether it's a Jeep or a Tacoma
Mhm.
or a Bronco or a car or whatever, and they just start doing stuff to it right away, because stock is boring. You can't really do some fun stuff in a stock vehicle. So
Yeah, I've had friends that tell me that I am the way I am because I grew up during the pimp my ride era.
yes, yes, absolutely.
Because I am that person that if there is a cool new gadget, I want it and it's going in my Jeep. Like before the front camera started getting mounted here in the last couple of years to a stock vehicle, I actually bought 4 different backup cameras and rigged up a system so that inside my Jeep I can look down over my front tires and know exactly where they're at. And on the front they're mounted, so when you go up over that hill and all you see is clear blue sky, I can just look down and I see what's on the other side of the hill. It was great.
That's awesome. That's amazing. So awesome. So you've got some plans, obviously, this year, lots of events, doing some big things. I know you're also meeting up with some of the other E3 ambassadors. I know you're going to be meeting up with Jamie and Eric, and even like Sarah Vetter, who runs Just a Girl 4x4. And there's a lot of different events, big Jeep events that are happening, not just the
Mhm.
ones that you put on, but this year I think is going to be really big for the Jeep community and just off-road community in general. I always say Jeep, and I always forget, obviously there's Broncos and there's other rigs out there that can
Mhm.
do some things, but Jeep, obviously, when you think about off-roading, Jeep is basically what comes to mind right away. And
Mhm.
I know there are some really, really big off-road and Jeep events that go on every year and are coming up this year, but I think this year is going to be especially really big for a lot of those events as more people get out, and they tend to start spending a little bit more money on their rigs and learning
Mhm.
and doing different things. So I'm excited to see what 2024 brings for a lot of people, not just for
Mhm.
you and our ambassadors, but just people in general that just want to
Mhm.
learn and do some real exciting stuff with their rigs.
Yeah, I'm really excited, especially with Girls Play Off Road for the event out east that we're gonna come out that I'm gonna come out and do their education for their newbie day. I'm super excited about that. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Jamie Steckerbetz, she's just awesome. I mean, everybody that knows her just loves her.
she's a ball
Um,
of energy.
we're pretty sure that we were separated at birth, is what
Yeah.
we've said. And then I was also invited by the Eureka Springs Jeep Jam to hold a few mini education sessions during their Jeep Jam. So that was pretty fun. And then we actually have one coming up next week. We are going to be leading the Kansas City St. Patty's Day Parade,
Oh,
and
wow.
we're going to be having the dignitaries riding in our Jeeps in the parade. So that's just a
That's pretty
fun one,
cool.
but it's always good to get together and just have fun.
Yeah. Nice.
So
So, again, if anybody wants to sign up, use the promo code, check out Wendi, all of the stuff that she has going on. You can actually read some of her articles too that are in the platform and then one of our previous magazines. And just keep an eye out for new stuff going on with her, new events, new articles, things like that, introduction videos. In our next magazine, we'll probably even find out what she's listening to on the radio, because it's always interesting to find out what our ambassadors got going through their speakers and what tunes they got happening, as they go out on trails and all that. So keep an eye out for all of her stuff and sign up and just be a more empowered, educated, and entertained off-roader. And until next time, friends, we look forward to seeing you on our upcoming video podcast with some additional ambassadors, as well as some special guests that we'll probably have on from time to time. So, Wendi, thank you once again for being with us. And
thanks, Josh.
no last words. Okay. So until next time, friends, take care of yourselves. Be safe out on the roads and on the trails. And we'll talk to you again soon.